The playground is becoming harsh for children to play, and is now being dominated by a few kids who perceive themselves to have absolute power over others and can lord over them, resulting to bullying in schools. Bullying is carried out not only by children, but teachers also, and there are different forms of bullying. The first and the most common form of bullying is physical bullying, where children engage in fights to show off power and to intimidate other children. Verbal bullying is also another form of bullying, where a child is spoken to with hurtful words, harassed, humiliated, thereby instilling fear and making this child timid. Relational bullying is a situation whereby a child is embarrassed in the public by a few students or a teacher. It also involves excluding a child from school activities purposefully and spreading rumors about that child. While prejudicial bullying is usually carried out on a particular set of children, and they could be categorized based on their family influence or societal class, poor intellectual capacity, and even smart kids can be grouped here because of the perception people have about them and the desire to tame them. While children may not open up when they are being bullied in school, it is important for parents and caregivers to pay close attention to their children, observe their body language, and engage them in conversations to ascertain what possible challenges they could be facing. Bullying has psychological and emotional effects on children. It causes trauma, low self-esteem, isolation, loneliness and withdrawal, substance abuse, depression, affects academic performance, and in worst cases, leads to death. In recent times, schools have accounted for bullying cases that involved physical fights, and one of which involved the demise of a student known as Sylvester. There are many reasons why children become bullies, and we would like to hear what people think are some of these reasons.
Because bullying start from a family, maybe a parent, maybe they are fighting, a child, because children see through what they see. Because their action towards what they see in the house or maybe in the family or environment where they are.
For her or him to be bullying in the school doesn't have home training.
One, I actually raised my child in a way that he or she is not a bully and he or she cannot be bullied. I think I have a foresight and I solve the problem ahead. So I don't look forward to seeing my child being bullied, since my child cannot also bully another person.
It's from the parents' orientation, how their parents was brought up.
It depends on how the parent or guardian tell the child or they inform you about it.
With family and upbringing topping the list, many people believe that children who are not well trained, experience siblings' rivalry, and violence at home have higher tendencies of becoming bullies.
But Yoruba do say that, like father, like son. Let me just put it like that. So you'll be telling your child, like, you can fight back, you can do this. I think it's not at a adult age. They can never tell him at adult age. It might be maybe small, when it's the kids are very small. Your junior ones are beating you and you are crying. You are crying, you understand? So they'll just say, stop doing like that. It's not that beat your own back and injure yourself. No, you have to just fight back. It's not fighting or bullying yourself. Like my age now, my parents can't be telling me that when anybody beats you, you have to beat your own back. My own thinking. I'm not brought up like that. So if this thing is happening, like primary 6 is still fighting and parents is going to school and go and be... No, you don't have to do that. It's very wrong. As a parent, you have to train your child. No matter how bullied the classmates are, you have to train your child. It's better you take your child away from the school. That's very better than to telling them fight is not good. Parents are not supposed to be doing like that. Because nowadays, our orientation, this kids' orientation now is very high. They know more than us. I don't know. They know a lot. So there's nothing you are going to tell them. They know it. So there's no children nowadays. You just have to be careful with what you teach and what you tell them.
If your child is bullied in school, what would be your reaction?
Of course, I won't be happy. The school have to go in for it.
Actually, I'm going to ask what's the problem, why fighting or stuff like that. So I'll hear from the first side and the second side of the story before I let me just think, before I judge.
Okay, what would be your reaction when your child is bullied in school?
I will react bad. Do I will tell my child to always defend herself, he or she defend herself, but to know her rights. But first of all, if a child bullying in the class or a friend bullying in the class, you have to report to your teacher. Okay? And if the teacher does something about it, okay. But if not, if my child come and tell me about the bullying in school, I will report to the school head teacher or whoever that is in charge of the school.
If it's a case that is gets to deal with maybe physical abuse, then I have to go to the school.
If it's something that is consistent, of course I'll have to go to the school authority now. Look for the particular child that is bullying my child, report to the teacher, and then if it continues, I'll insist on seeing the parent of that child.
All these things depends. But then, if he's being bullied, of course, in my own belief, I think he should fight back. That's it, fight back.
Some children become bullies also as a way of calling attention on themselves and exercising power over others. We have also bullies who identify as mean girls or mean squad. These children can engage in fights while their squad members cheer them.
And at times when two parties in school having misunderstanding, fighting or anything, bullying themselves, others will be laughing, videoing, making jest of that is very, very wrong.
And some of these fights can end in unexpected outcomes.
You know where trouble starts, you don't know where it will end. You see, there are many of us, we have different power. There are ones that have spiritual power, which you don't have. There are some, God bless them, they can fight and destroy, and you cannot fight. So that is why you know where trouble starts, you don't know where it will end. Always advise your child. Whenever anything happens, always make sure you let the parent know.
If other people is bullying my child in the school, I won't be happy about it. But I have to encourage my child not to fight back.
It's better I stand up for them. So for the situation, it's better I stand up for them because they don't think they can actually do. If I say that they should fight back, they might get in more trouble. So it won't be advisable.
What I will advise is like an advice to every other parents outside there. If your child is being bullied or your son or it was your daughter that bullied someone, you need to encourage her not to be doing such attitude in school.
I can't encourage my child to do so. But I would tell my child to always stand up with his or her rights. But always reports. Each time something like that came up in the school environment or anywhere you can find yourself. But trying to build your child's confidence. Not someone when he or she is still me. No, trying to encourage him, you can do it and this and that. Not trying to scold a child. Because when you scold a child, maybe it's made on environment, maybe outside environment, someone can scold he or she, and that child can be so calm. So what I do is on my own child, I'll try to encourage he or she to always be strong, but not to defend back. But if it's an adult can trying to defend his or herself. But if it's a child, don't bully back. He reports. You say if someone that is maybe a teacher or an elder or anybody, if someone that is elderly person trying to report that this person bullied me. So don't trying to defend yourself. But defend doesn't mean that we fight. But you say no, don't do it again. The way you can make a child to learn how to defend his or herself. Not about bullying or shouting, but trying to be educative. That's the area we're trying to.
That there are parents who would say you don't have to look for trouble, but if somebody is looking for your trouble, don't keep quiet. If they beat you, beat back or fight back. Do you think it is appropriate?
My point on that is, as a child, as even as an adult, you try not to put yourself in a situation where somebody, your mate, will just come and hit you. Don't put yourself in that situation at all. That's the point I'm making. That's the point. Like you try and go away from trouble. If we're playing, for instance, and at a point the play is leading to you are going to raise up your hand to hit me, I tell you, no, don't hit me, and I will stop the play. That's the way I raise my children.
There are sometimes that you just need to stand your ground. It's not going physical. It's not going physical. But when somebody is trying to intimidate you, let them see the confidence in you that if you do this, then I'll have to report to the authority. If you do this, then I'll have to take action. Okay, I'll report you to the police. I'll report to, if it is a school community, I'll report to the school authority. If it's my parent, I'll report to my parent. If I cannot talk to the school authority, I will know that my parents will have a way to discuss with them. And so if it is the other way around, that okay, if they beat you, beat your own back, don't let anybody beat you. I think that is one that would have effect, the negative effect on the child or ward.
If the management take it serious, definitely the parent will be aware. You, as a good parent, as a good guardian, you have to make sure that you treat that your child so that it doesn't repeat it next time, because it's good. What is not good for other people is not good. What is not good for you is not good for other people. You can't say because it's your child, you say a bull another person, you take it easy. What if a person bull her? So definitely, if you want to bring out anything like that, you have to start it from your own family, and even advise them not to bull any children in school. It's dangerous.
Honestly, have a negative effect, because by the time you are telling your child, if they bully you in the school, they fight you in the school, fight back. You are not teaching that child moral. You are not teaching that child moral. You have to teach your child a moral that whoever, even in the Bible, Jesus Christ told us that if they slap you with this left ear, just on the other one. Do you understand? So you have to teach the person the way of God. So fighting back will not make sense. Yes.
Smart kids are target for bullies who are sometimes jealous of their academic performance. Besides being jealous of academic performance, teenage relationship also causes bullying, as a girl was recently caught bullying her schoolmate and asking her, "Who broke my heart?"
There has been a case, particular one. This one was a kind of a sexual abuse. My child reported the case to me. It was just like, okay, I don't want to go to school again because this particular child is abusing me. I asked him, what happened? What happened? Because I know you. What did you do? He said, no, mommy, I didn't do anything. I believe my child. I said, okay. I called the school. This is what is happening. Please help me look into the situation. And the school reported to me that it was actually their way of getting along. Because he said, when I said, my son is saying that he's being bullied, he said, the bully is complaining of being bullied. So when I dug a little bit into the conversation, I understood that they was trying to get along, and they didn't know how to set boundary in the relationship. So that's the case.
Some parents, in the bid to build their children's confidence, encourage them to bully back when they are bullied.
Of course it is, yeah. When they hit you, when your mate hits you, and you report to the teacher, and it is consistent, of course you have to fight back. That's it. That's what I believe, actually. Yeah.
Do I will tell my child to already defend herself, he or she defend herself, but to know her rights. But first of all, if a child bullying in a class or a friend bullying in a class, you have to report to your teacher.
You need to teach your child to defend himself. I don't defend the case, okay, if my child is being attacked in school, I will run and go and defend my child. No. Because in life, I will not always be there.
I would make him to man up, because the life itself is a competition. So when you are being bullied, Of course.
I will report to the school head teacher or whoever that is in charge of the school. So I'll feel bad about it. But bullying is not really okay for the child because it makes the child have so low self-esteem. Okay, so bullying is also a bad thing.
If your classmate is trying to harass you, at times you let them know you are not a coward. Let them understand that you are not a fool. So you cannot just come and, make me feel like I'm nothing. I always tell them that. But that does not mean that they should fight. If situation like that happens, they should just go and report to their principal. I think that's just the only solution to it.
You said you raise your child in a way that your child cannot be bullied. So how is it that a child cannot be bullied by bullies? Do they have like a defense mechanism?
Exactly, defense mechanism. Like, I can't bully you, and I won't take you bullying me. That's just it.
Yeah, because I think I have experience like that when my boy will come back from school and report that his classmates have been bullying him somehow. So my husband had to go to the school to face them, and since then they've stopped. So I think parents, if they have situation like that, if their child come back from school and tell them this is what they are going through, they should go to school and confront the individual that is involved.
Bullying is a dangerous something. Is it not last year or early this year? There was an actress in Korea that committed suicide just because of bullying. Bullying is a dangerous game. I'm even saying that if possible, if government can look to it, bullying is very, very bad.
And children, having successfully bullied back their bullies, tend to become even stronger bullies, expanding the practice of bullying.
I will encourage her or him not to fight back. Just leave the person and go. If you start fighting back, bullying the person back, it will not make any sense. So that is the country where we are. If you start fighting people that are fighting you, we will not move forward. By the peace, we can win everything. By the love you show the person, we won't be able to bully he or her again. Do you understand?
Government have to do something about it. It's wrong. Many souls have lost because of those characters, attitude. It's bad. It's very, very bad. When I heard about the one that happened in Korea, a very good actress that committed suicide just because of bullying, I felt bad about it. And I will not want anything like that to happen in my country. If government have to reason with our own idea and our opinion to maybe talk to the school management or the school authority or the Ministry of Education that they should take a thing like that serious. Bullying, especially the female child, it touches them, it pains them. At times, they will come home, they will say, Daddy, I'm not going to that school again. And to change school in Nigeria now, in Lagos, it's not easy. You understand? Private school changing it from school to another. And when a child told you that, I said, I'm not going to that school because of that bullying, something wrong. It's very, very bad.
It's very, very wrong for a parent to make such statement that if they beat you, beat back. The best thing to do, if anybody look for your trouble, report to your teacher. That's why we have teacher in the school now. Uh-huh. And if somebody bully my child, the first person I will call is the teacher. Hello, auntie. See what happened. Uh-huh. But in the situation of saying that beat fight back, it's very wrong. It's very wrong because children, the way they think is different from how we adults think. They may use something sharp object, pencil, and all that to wound themselves. So asking your child to fight back is very wrong. It's bad.
Nigeria as a whole is a situation of fight back to get your freedom. Because when we look at the current situation of the country we are now, and that is what we as a youth are facing now, because we are afraid of the fight back to get our freedom. And that is why even our leaders today, they keep on intimidating us. But in a case like that, before we can be able to fight back, it should be a positive fight back, not in the aspect of losing a lot of life. So I think in a manner way and then in a matured way, there is a way you present your fight back.
It's not really building the children confidence. It's more or less like when they're making them to be part of the bad habits. So the best thing the parents should have done is that, like I've said, they should go to the school. and caution, and ask the management to caution whosoever is into that habit, so that they should stop, and they should give a warning, strictly warning, that you stop using such abusive words or bullying words in, to any of the pupils, including mine.
To curb bullying, parents are encouraged to educate their children on the negative effects of bullying and the need to report to the authority when bullied rather than bully back, as well as reconcile with other people's children whom their children bullied.
I will plead with the parents of the second child to please forgive my child, and I will beat my child.
We should not even encourage our children to fight. Always tell them, if you are, maybe someone looks for your trouble, or maybe you are being bullied or one, report to your teacher. Do not ever tell the child to fight back. You don't know how it might get so serious. Your child indulge or maybe fight now, and then there's an injury. You forget that you were the one that encouraged the child to fight back. So don't even encourage them to fight back. It doesn't make sense. Always discourage that child from fighting. Report to your teacher. Report to the school authorities. It's no. We shouldn't encourage the children to fight back. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't tell well of a good parent. It doesn't.
And we have to take the necessary action by seeing the proprietress or the proprietor of the school, so that they can caution such child, or so that they can be able to nurture the children or teach them the right path. Bullying is bad. So the best thing to do is to just go to the school, meet the management, so that at least they'll put things in the rightful place.
I will reach out to the school to report the case and know what steps they are taking to curb the situation. Now, if after that the problem is still not solved, I might take it up by myself. I will go to the school and try to know the person that is bullying my child and then get the situation solved. Because I cannot just allow my child to be bullied like that. But I wouldn't just jump because I know my child. He can provoke those kind of situation. I cannot just assume that, okay, he's being bullied. There are some cases that, because I know his temper, I know his kind of personality, he might overreact. So that's how I'm going to handle the situation.
If I get to know about it, then I will call the attention of the school authority to it.
What would you do?
Well, if my child is the bully, and I get a report from the school, it's up to me to deal with him. He shouldn't do that. He shouldn't do that.
Now, in a case where your child is the bully, what would you do?
My child cannot be bully because I have to educate my child about it. He can't be a bully. But even though he is, I was trying to correct that child. It's a wrong to bully someone, because bullying starts from a family. Maybe a parent, maybe they are fighting. A child, because children see through what they see, because their action towards what they see in the house, or maybe in the family or environment where they are. So my child cannot bully, but even though he does, I will try to correct that person. Yes.
So you have to ask, what's the problem? Why is he fighting? And if he's doing it often, like fighting today, fighting tomorrow, that means something is really happening. So you will have to train him and give him some words. Fighting is not good. You have to be humble, no matter what they do for you. Though we are all human, we get upset sometimes. So you have to just calm down and understand. You just teach him. You tell him more about life. Life is not like this. Fighting can lead to something that is very dangerous. Fighting is really like a story that was posted online. Two girls were fighting and one each hit the girl on a chair. The girl fainted. I don't know, maybe she fainted or died. I don't know. And someone was videoing this thing, which is very wrong. You guys are much there. You should just go there and please stop fighting. You guys should calm down. You settle the fight. But people are there videoing them. And it's very terrible. It's not good like that. We just have to give them good words of advice.
What about a case where your child is the bully?
I don't think my child can be the bully because I train them from home. They don't dare to be a bully.
If my child bully other people, and they have to be a report It's still the same management that will let, because the child might not come home and let you know what is happening, because when she know that she's the one that is at 40, if the management take it serious, definitely the parent will be aware. You, as a good parent, as a good guardian, you have to make sure that you treat that your child so that it doesn't repeat it next time, because it's good.
I believe that my child will not even do that because I try all possible best to make sure that I train my child in a good manner.
Well, I don't pray to have any child because I have two boys. I first of all I don't encourage it. That is why upbringing it matters a lot to a large extent. First of all, I wouldn't even allow my child to be a bully. But if it happens, the reason why I said I won't allow my child to be a bully, because I'll start, because I even till now I talk to my children, my boys, about bullying. It's bad to bully. I won't tell them it's a sin. It's not a nice thing for a good child to bully. When you bully, it doesn't tell well of you. But if my child happens to bully, then I'll have a way of talking to that child, discouraging that child from bullying and telling him the negative sides on his own part and the negative sides on friends and other children. And how it will make him, a bad child, both in the sight of the children and in the sight of God. So it's something I would discourage.
I visit the school. Then I will know the reaction between both parties that are fighting. So I will go to them, then to ask the other party what exactly happened between them. So if it was my son or daughter that bullied them, I will cane him in presence of their teacher. So that's it.
What if your child is the person bullying other people?
I know my child can't bully. Well, okay, let's say it's my child. Then I will have to caution him also. Then I will have to tell him that bullying is not good. Then if he needs to be disciplined, if he continues, we have to discipline him or her.
If my child is the bullied, I will bring in the moral. I will remind him what is good from what is right. I will make him to stand in the place of the person that is bullying. Because children don't just bully. In the situation where a child is being bullied, he might be also the suspect. You understand? Yes. There are situations that, okay, when they are playing and the other child might overreact. He might not understand the way the game is going. You understand? Yeah. So that's how you handle the bully. If my child is the bully, I will tell him, stop this. You can't do this.
School teachers are expected to be watchful and not to try in any way to promote bullying by negligence or covering bullies. Children should be taught love, kindness, and empathy so that they can esteem other children as themselves and wouldn't have a resentment or feel the need to bully them.